Hello guys, Wahoo here, back in another video. This time around guiding you through the Lunar Fall. Yes, I know it's called Plunder, but it's just a hard word for me to say, so I'm just gonna call it the Lunar Fall. It's basically the same thing. But we got a new event going on for the next 14 days, as you can see, from the 4th of August to the 17th of this. It kind of looks like the picture they used actually for the New Year's event. But yeah, it's okay. I guess it still works. It's a cool little event. It's a very cool mount that you get out of it. To give you 50 mastery for that. So not a lot. It's a quick little event, and I found it. I did a little bit of testing during all this, the steps and stuff like that, but we got into the end. It's a 6-step one, and of course, step number 0 is that you have to be 10 mastery to what this event is going to show up for you. So if you can probably get to 10 mastery in your 14 days, and it's gonna show up for you, of course, in the event tab. So make sure this is always shown, so you guys never miss out on anything if you are above mastery 10. But one thing I do want to talk about before we do head into the event here is, of course, for these 14 days we got special. I'm sure I don't have it. But for 14, also if you are these daily events things. We have been used to in the last events, the last 14 days, there's something we do every day. A small thing like gathering today is, for example, gathering 1 ore, any ore it is, gather 1 ore and you're going to get 10 cast chests from it. And of course, it's only going to work for you if you are above 10 mastery as well. So like I said, today is gather 1 ore, get 10 cast chests. Tomorrow it's, upgrade a gem. And I just wanted to mention this, when you upgrade a gem, it's only, maybe I should use another one. I can use this one. I used on my knight instead because it's, this is not, it's not, this bar doesn't have to fill up the whole way. You just have to hit the button once. And that's, as long as you get progress on this bar here, then it works. You don't have to level it up a whole level. So that's kind of misleading, upgrade a gem. Is that just one time, or it's just one time? So and you can also do with gems that if you find a gem and you put it in here from a box and you just level it up or hit the button once. You can't do it, of course, with max gems. So if you do have max gems, hey, you can't do it. But just wanted to say that, and there's a lot of other ones out there that's pretty cool to do every single day. It's just a little bit, and you get actually a lot of nice rewards out of it. So just wanted to mention that. I probably also put it on the screen at some point when I started talking about it, so you guys could see it. But with that said, I don't think I want to hold you guys up any more than that. So we can just start the guide, and it's gonna be on, of course, step number 1. Alright guys, so step number 1 is to collect 3 of these here fallen stars, and some people thought it was because fallen, we also have the invaders, but it's nothing to do with invaders. So if people telling you that, it's not. What you have to do is you have to go to the Fae biome. It looks like this. Let me get me. Oh, that's not it. Let me get up the map. You see, it's indicated with this little butterfly thing, and you just have to walk around. As you can see right here, down here is one of these fallen stars, and it looks like kind of like this. Kind of look like grass or something like that. And all you have to do is just walk up to it. Use an ability on it like that. You can probably also run over it with a mount or something like that. But you just use your ability on it. Any shooting on it. You can see there's one up here as well. So they're fairly common. I would suggest that you go to the Fae area in the Uber 1 if you can do so. 250. You don't have to fight any enemies or anything like that. It's all. It's just, running around. Of course, if you do run into some monsters, you don't have very much power rank, you're going to have a little bit of a trouble, but it doesn't really matter. The point is that it only drops from Fae biomes, so make sure you find those. You can find them in the lower ones as well, but this one has the most area, so I was pretty sure that I found this pretty quick actually, and I found a second one right next to it, so I'm going to just collect this one as well. So I am done with step number 1. So just find the Fae biome, look around, find the fallen stars, and you are done with step number 1. We can head into step number 2. Alright guys, step number 2 is to create a wish. We're gonna have to wish upon a star, I guess. So we are in the hub. You can also find, we gotta use the Radiant Dayspring. It's a table. We've used it a couple of times in other events and stuff like that. But you can find one in the hub as well if you don't have one in your cornerstone or you don't have one in your club. And it's right over here left to the Atlas. There's the big, statue over here at the left. You just have to go into this Radiant Dayspring and craft it right here. And it's right here, Wishing Focus. And it's going to cost you one of these Lunar ones we got in the previous step and 100 flux per this. So all you just have to do is to craft this one, and there you go. And that is going to complete your step number 2. Not really anything crazier than that. So yeah, just do the Radiant Dayspring, craft it, and it's in your inventory. And you can see it's right here as well. So with that said, we're done with step number 2. We can head into step number 3. Alright guys, we are doing step number 3, and as you can probably see in the corner, I already did it, but I can explain to you how I did step number 3. When you have done step number 2 in your claims, I still have to claim my Lunar Souls, but you can still see here, you get the Wish Scroll jump, and you get 30 extra jumps. You can also see I got the buff right up here to get 2 extra jumps of 30 minutes. So it's basically kind of like we usually have, sometimes we get some event food that is going on as we are, have these 14 days going on. But now we also got 2 extra jumps if you consume this here scroll. So step number 3, all you have to do is go to your claims, claim these 2 things. Well, the dragon coins are just, the word, but this one. And what you do is basically you just learn it from your inventory, or if it's down in your here, you can actually see it's still kind of in my inventory right down here, so or in my hotbar, so it's still hanging around there, I guess. So all you do is just learn it, and you are going to complete step number 3. So not really much more to do it than that. Just get your scroll, learn it, and then you got 2 extra jumps for 30 minutes. So very nice also for new players actually that don't have a lot of jumps, and you are able to get your 3 Lunar Souls, and we are done with step number 3, and we can head into step number 4. Okay guys, so step number 4 is to get some more of these here Lunar drops, as they are called. I can show you right here. You need another 15, so you have to go to another again back to the Fey area of Fey zones, or you can also do this in, of course, in your E9. Of course, you just have to find a Fey area, and you just have to find these on the ground as we have shown before. But you need 15 to make this one here in the hub. So we're back in the hub to make the Wishing Tree sapling. So you need, like, as you can see, this, and also 1,500 flux, which is not too bad, but a little bit pricey. It was maybe for some new players or whatnot, but at least the 15 we need the drops to make one of these here saplings. But that's not all we have to do. Make sure that you go to your your crafting bench, or not crafting bench, sorry, your crafting mode, that's what I mean, and that's where you're gonna find your sapling. So just wanted to mention that, because you might be wondering where's all my stuff, and of course it's in your here, and you just place it in there, and we have to find a place to place our cornerstone. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna find a place to put down our cornerstone. It does say cornerstone, but I thought it was also gonna be in our club world, but it says cornerstone specifically, so I'm gonna use the cornerstone, even though my cornerstone here, if you go back, usually I made this big cube on the top because of gardening back in the day, so that needs direct sunlight to do so. It goes through glass, but this hole down here is covered, so maybe I just place it actually on the top of the glass. I would like to put on the grass down there, but if it has to have that, it's probably like a good idea. So I don't know how this works. I'll see how it works though. But let's see here. It sprouts in 30 seconds, so it has a growth period. It only says so yeah, it does only say cornerstone, so yeah, it is only working on that. So it's gonna take 30 seconds, so I am gonna place this one down right there, and that's gonna complete us. This is a mod, by the way, why it's green around there, so it's not something you do with the sapling itself, but it's gonna have 30 seconds, but that is step number 4, and we can now head into step number 5. Alright guys, step number 5, I needed to do a little bit of research. I had to do a little bit of testing before I knew what step number 5 was. So step number 5 is pretty easy. The star we made very first in the quest line here, we have to use that to watering things. I thought this one, you can see the water level is 0 out of 2, and I was actually using my watering tractor, because that's usually what you use to water your plants and stuff like that. So I thought it was going to be that, and it actually worked here, but it didn't increase the level. So it's really weird, and I had to do some more testing. So I bought, or I didn't buy, but I I crafted another tree or another sapling, and you can see this one is water level 1 out of 2, and that's actually going to complete you the step. So what I did was, it was on my R button here, the star that is also crafted in the workbench and stuff like that. So what I did is that I went up here and I looked at the tree and I hit my R button and hold it in, and he did a little animation, and then it was watered. So you don't use your I think it's a bug that you can use your tractor for using it, because it went on cooldown before I can do it again. And I tried to use the focus on this one, and it didn't work. I can water it again in 23 hours. It seems to somehow also share cooldown. I'm not sure why, but I think it's because you can't just mass produce these and then just go crazy. So you can have one tree at a time, and this is gonna wither in 13 days and 23 hours, and you can see 58 minutes. You can only have one tree at a time working, and I still put it up here. I'm not sure if it needs direct sunlight or not, but just kind of make sure that it does have that, if you, or just to make sure, But yeah, that's just what you do. You went up, you use your star, it does the animation, and that's going to complete you step number 5. So now we can head into step number 6. Alright, so step number 6 is to write the amount that we got for completing step number 6. Oh, sorry, not step number 5. So step number 6 is to write it. Actually made by Sky the Virus. Nice. And we just claim it, and that's gonna learn it as well. So we got 50 mastery, actually ranked up. That's pretty awesome, actually. Kind of a nice little thing. But you're just gonna find it in your mount collection. It's gonna be under events right down here. Gonna have to find it. It's probably in the very bottom here. Yes, it is. So right here, it is on your bottom, and all you have to do is just mount it, and that's it. And then you're on it. It's a very cool. Very, very cool mount that Sky the Virus made. Very, very cool. So you just, do that, and that's completing step number 6. You get a few more Lunar Souls for doing so, but it's in your claims, of course, and you learn it instantly. So that is the whole event. If you found this helpful, if you like the whole thing here, would really appreciate if you guys would like the video, and also subscribe. Mostly the like part, because the more likes it gets, the more YouTube sends it to other Trovians out on the internet, and they get to see it, and they get to complete this event as well, in a fashionable manner, right? So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, take care and stay safe. I'll talk to you guys very, very soon, and goodbye.